The air in Boynton Beach at 6 in the morning has a certain weight to it.
Oh, yeah. It's that sticky, humid Florida stillness, you know?
Exactly. The sun's just starting to burn through the mist. It's quiet. And in this townhouse community, a door opens. A woman steps out. Dalia Dippolito,
She's young, fit, wearing her workout gear.
just slinging a gym bag over her shoulder.
Yeah.
She locks the door, walks to her car, and just drives away.
To anyone watching, it's the definition of mundane, just another Tuesday.
But that mundane routine is a complete cover. It's the before picture.
Right, because the moment her car is gone, the clock starts ticking on a production that is anything but routine.
Fast forward 5 hours. The sun is high now. That heat is oppressive. Dolly's at the gym, and her phone rings.
It's the police, and the voice isn't asking, it's commanding.
Come home immediately. There's an urgency that just cuts through all the noise to the gym.
So she drives back, and as she turns onto her street, I mean, the visual is just overwhelming. It's chaos.
Yeah, we're not talking about one patrol car. This is a swarm of cruisers, lights flashing everywhere.
And then she sees it. The yellow crime scene tape, it's wrapped around her townhouse, cordoning it off from the whole world.
Neighbors are out on their lawns, whispering, pointing. An officer meets Dahlia at the tape. He looks grim.
And he doesn't sugarcoat it at all. He just says, unfortunately, your husband Michael is dead. Someone entered the house and shot him.
And right there, she collapses, falls into the sergeant's arms, sobbing hysterically.
It's this visceral, gut-wrenching display of grief. I mean, she is the picture of a devastated widow.
It's the kind of thing that just breaks your heart. But here's the hook. Here's why we're doing this deep dive.
The sergeant holding her. He isn't comforting a grieving wife.
He's studying a suspect. That yellow tape. It's a prop. The crime scene inside. It's completely staged.
And Michael Dippolito, the husband who was supposedly shot dead, he's alive. He's in a room nearby watching all of this unfold.
This isn't a murder scene. It's a theater set. And Dolly is the star of a production that she has no idea has already gone completely off script.
It's the ultimate trap. But to understand how we even get here to this fake murder scene, we have to rewind.
We have to. Because Michael Dippolito, well, he isn't your typical innocent victim.
No, and that's such a critical part of this. Michael's history, I mean, the guy had serious baggage. He was involved in investment scams.
He was a con man.
He was. And he'd done prison time for fraud. He'd also struggled with a pretty severe drug addiction. He was street smart, or he thought he was.
Right. He knows the game. He has enemies. But by late 2008, he's trying to turn his life around. And that's when he meets Dalia.
And she is everything he isn't. She's 26, beautiful, intelligent. To Michael, she represents a clean slate,
He sees her as his redemption.
Exactly. He turns his whole life around for her. He quits the drugs, leaves the criminal life behind, and he focuses entirely on building a future with Dalia.
And it moves fast. It's a total whirlwind. They date for 4 months, get married, move into that townhouse. He is all in.
But 2 months into the marriage, Michael makes a fatal error. He lowers his guard. Completely.
He tells her about the money.
He reveals the finances. He tells Dalia that he's managed to stash away $280,000. This was his nest egg.
And this seems to be the turning point. This shift in Dalia is almost mechanical. It's not about love anymore.
No, it's about asset acquisition. She realizes something very specific about Florida law.
Which is?
Well, if they divorce, it gets messy. But if Michael dies, the widow inherits everything. The house, the assets, that cash. It's a clean transfer.
It's chilling because it's not a crime of passion. It's a business calculation.
Huh?
What's really fascinating is that murder. It wasn't plan A.
Not even close. She tried to weaponize the legal system first. She knew Michael was on probation.
A very precarious position to be in.
Right. If she gets his probation revoked, he goes back to prison for years. She gets the house and money without, having to kill anyone. It's a smarter play.
So she starts planting things. Unknown to Michael, Dalia puts drugs in his car. Then she makes anonymous calls to the police.
Can you imagine the psychological torture? He's at home, proud that he's clean, and suddenly a SWAT team is kicking in his door.
And he's insisting he's clean, but he knows what his record looks like to them. They tear the house apart, find nothing.
But then it happens again. A month later, he's pulled over. Another tip. Police search the car, top to bottom.
And this is where the gaslighting gets so dark. Because after all this, Dolly is the one comforting him.
Oh, yeah. She's holding his hand saying, oh, honey, it must be your old enemies, the people you scammed.
She is the architect of his paranoia. She creates the problem so she can be the solution.
Until the solution becomes just eliminating him.
So the framing didn't work. Michael was too clean or just got lucky. Plan A and B failed. Dalia realizes she has to escalate.
And this brings us to the solicitation. She reaches out to an old friend, an ex-boyfriend named Mohammed Shahadi.
She tells him she's miserable, brings up the money, and then she asks him to kill Michael.
She even suggests using Mohammed's own gun. I mean, her plan is basically, you kill my husband, I get the cash, and we run away together.
But Mohammed wants no part of it.
Of course not. But Dalia, she makes a mistake. She calls him back 2 days later with an ultimatum. She says, if you don't help me, I'll find someone who will.
And that's the moment he realizes she's serious. This isn't just talk.
Right. So to save himself, or maybe to save Michael, he goes to the police.
Thank goodness he did. But now the police have a problem, right? It's
Yes.
his word against hers. It's just hearsay.
Exactly. They need what's called an overt act, hard evidence. So they set up a sting.
They tell Mohammed to call her back and say, okay, I won't do it, but I know a professional who will.
Enter the undercover officer, posing as the hitman. Mohammed sets up a meeting in a CVS parking lot.
And this is where we get some of the most damning, high-definition evidence you could ever imagine.
The setup is classic. Dalia gets into a car that's rigged with hidden cameras and microphones.
And the footage is, I mean, she's so incredibly calm.
Like she's running an errand, she hands him $1,000 in cash as a down payment. And legally, that's the nail in the coffin.
That's the overt act.
It is. It changes everything from talk to solicitation of capital murder. She agrees to pay $5,000 more after the job is done. She gives him photos of Michael, his schedule.
There's a detail from that meeting that always gets me. The undercover cop asks her if she's sure. He talks about shooting her husband in the head, disposing of the gun.
And she doesn't flinch. Not for a second. It's a transaction. It's business. Which brings us back to that morning, the execution day.
The morning of, the undercover officer calls Dalia. He says 3 words. It's happening today.
And her reaction isn't fear, it's relief. She sounds happy. She heads to the gym to establish her alibi, believing that while she's on the treadmill, her husband's being murdered.
But for Michael, reality is just shattering. While she's gone, the police arrive at his house. The sergeant sits him down and says, your life is in danger. Your wife hired someone to kill you.
I can't even imagine that. He loves this woman. He changed his life for her. And now the police are showing him videos of her paying a man to end his life.
He's just stunned. He can't believe it. But the police need him to do one more thing.
They need to close the loop. They need to see her reaction to the death. So they ask Michael to leave the house so they can stage the crime scene.
And Michael agrees. He has to play dead to catch her. Which brings us full circle to the yellow tape. The crying. The collapse.
After the scene at the house, they invite her to the station for some standard questions.
And this is where her act gets even more intense. Before she leaves, she asks the officers if she could see Michael's body one last time.
Such a bold move. A calculated risk to prove her innocence. Look how much I love him. The police, of course, refuse.
So we're in the interrogation room now. It's small, windowless. Detective asks, who would want to kill Michael?
And Dalia, she just spins this incredible web. She lists his old enemies, the people he defrauded, drug dealers she just invented. She insists they were a happy couple.
Then the detective sets the trap. He asks about the security cameras at their house.
Right, and she quickly says they were broken or unplugged, trying to cover her tracks, making sure there's no footage of a murder that never happened.
She thinks she's winning. And then, the first reveal. The detective brings a man into the room. It's the undercover officer, the hitman.
The tension in that room must have been just suffocating. The detective asks, do you know this man?
And Dalia looks him dead in the eye and denies it. Never seen him before. She sticks to the script.
But that's not the ultimate twist.
No. The detective opens the door again, and in walks Michael Dippolito.
Alive, unharmed.
The footage of this moment, it's just incredible. She doesn't break down in tears of joy. She freezes. She looks confused.
Michael stands there and just says, I know everything. He tells her he knows about the money, the setup, the hitman.
And even then, she tries to pivot. She tries to deny it. She says, come here, let me talk to you. But the game is over.
You'd think that's the end of it. She's caught red-handed. But the trial, oh man, the trial was a whole other spectacle.
The defense they came up with was, frankly, it was bizarre.
They went with what we call the reality TV defense. They couldn't deny the video existed, so they claimed the whole thing was a scripted acting exercise.
Wait, an acting exercise? They argued she was just auditioning for something.
Essentially, yes. They argued that Dalia, Michael, and Mohammed were all trying to get a reality TV show or some YouTube fame, that this was all a pilot episode or a prank gone wrong.
But that means Michael agreed to have a SWAT team raid his house. It makes no sense.
No sense at all. Michael's reaction when the police told him was genuinely one of shock. You can't fake that. And the police. You don't involve a SWAT team in a YouTube prank.
And throughout it all, she never showed any remorse.
No. Only panic when she got caught. The jury, they didn't buy the acting defense for a second.
They convicted her of solicitation to commit first-degree murder.
And the judge sentenced her to 20 years in prison. A sentence that reflected the cold, calculated nature of her action.
20 years. From a mundane gym trip to 2 decades behind bars. It's a tragedy all around. I mean, you have Michael, who really did try to change his life for love.
Only to find out the person he changed for was the one trying to end him. It really makes you think about the idea of a perfect crime. Dalia's arrogance was her downfall. She thought she was smarter than everyone.
No, blinded by greed, she didn't realize she was being watched the entire time.
Exactly. It's a reminder that real life isn't a movie. You can't just write people out of the script.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it leaves us with a really uncomfortable thought. We all have people in our lives we trust completely.
People we sleep next to, share our secrets with. Michael Dippolito thought he knew his wife. He thought the danger was in his past, not in his bed.
So the question it leaves you with is, how well do we really know the people closest to us? Is the face they show us the real one?
Or are we all just watching a performance? Sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one holding your hand.
That is a thought that's going to keep me up tonight. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.